Hey guys, welcome to the Western, well, PA and surrounding areas accountability meeting. So today I put together a little thing. We're going to talk slightly briefly about ADUs. So I'm sure everyone in here knows, but for those who are watching in future land that don't know, ADUs are auxiliary dwelling units, which is a house, smaller than the primary that is put onto the same property as the other one. So it's basically two houses on one taxable ID lot. So people don't talk about ADUs in Pittsburgh, so I figured I'd throw a little thing together. ADUs in a lot of areas are accepted with minor legislation issues and are permitted. The owner occupancy owners must reside on the property either where the ADU is located. Most of the zoning is already taken place, so they are allowed, which we talked about already. And the size and characteristics depend on which area you are. So I would imagine, Beachview might be different than, Westwood or, Carnegie, stuff like that. And depending on where you're at, parking, you may not have to have additional parking on site for your ADU. So the best areas in the area to do ADUs, which are kind of like they already have everything streamlined more or less, are I don't know if you're going to call them townships, boroughs, or whatever, but are Garfield, Square Hill, Lawrenceville, East Liberty, and Shadyside. Some of these are based upon, like for example, Squirrel Hill, because of it's so dense and it's such a rich neighborhood and stuff. People like, or they're allowing ADUs in Squirrel Hill just because more people want to live there than there's space available. I couldn't find a whole lot of information about Garfield. It kept popping up on the list when I was looking, trying to dig deeper on it. I'm guessing it's must have a. I'm not exactly sure why that one kept popping up. Lawrenceville was pretty obvious because a lot of people are moving to Lawrenceville right now, with it being a mix of people that have been there for a while and a lot of millennials moving in there. A lot of small businesses popping in there, and people are really liking Lawrenceville, but there's no additional space to put buildings. That's why like the hotel they're putting in there, they had to knock down like almost a whole city block for the hotels and stuff. Uh, East Liberty. The only thing I've found was the neighborhood is undergoing revitalization at the current time and is becoming more accommodating towards ADUs. That's the only thing I could find. So they're implementing a plan that is for ADUs to help revitalize the whole area and bring it up and going. And Shady Side has always been more favorable with ADUs. And what people like about that is the proximity to various things in downtown Pittsburgh, and that's why they were kind of earlier on the bandwagon with ADUs. So in case you don't like those areas and you want to go into other counties instead, the top counties for ADUs are Allegheny County, which is where Pittsburgh falls in. I was surprised Butler County was second, which is kind of up near where I invest. Westmoreland County, I've almost bought places out there, which I'm not sure where they'd be buying, or there's not really a whole lot going on out there, so I was surprised to hear that. Um, Washington County, which they have a little city down there with a couple colleges in there, so that doesn't really surprise me too much. And the one that kind of caught me off guard was Fayette County, which is just south of the city towards Robinson. And after thinking about it, it doesn't surprise me because you have a lot of places that have acre plus land or, even like 5 acres plus. So adding an ADU onto an existing property, it kind of actually makes sense. So I understand that one. So with that, that's all I have about ADUs in Pittsburgh because I figured everyone in here today probably wasn't going to be an ADU investor, but just wanted to there was something different in here.
Yeah, one of my rentals I have, I actually do a junior ADU or what they call an attached ADU. That's you convert a bedroom into an ADU as well. So there's already a bathroom, probably a closet. Usually you want to do like a main bedroom that has
Hmm.
has all that. You basically open an entrance, extend it a little bit, and put in like a washer and dryer and a little kitchen area. But you don't
Yeah,
have to do yeah, and you don't have to run gas as long as you have a little electric stove for people to heat up and their food or minor cooking. It's kind of like becomes like um a single unit, right? It's just like not one bedroom, but it's what you call it, singles, whatever they call it. But
yeah.
yeah, and those actually works out pretty well, especially if you want to if you have a situation where you have like a 5 bedroom or 4 bedroom house a property and you want to convert that works really really well. And where I'm at, if you want to you want to build an ADU, usually the county has like drawings of set ADUs already that you can ask them and then they'll provide it for you. That way you don't have to have an architect draw up anything, and it'll be exactly the way that they want you to build it. So it'll make it a lot easier for you to even go through the city with all the planning and the permits. So that's a recommendation I always tell people. If you really want to make it easy on yourself in your permitting situation, go to your county and your city and ask if they have any of those ADU plans already.
Yeah, I know. Derek, the ADU guy, also has plans you could take to your county as well.
So, I know in Pittsburgh there are a couple other areas where we see these ADUs, and one of those that I didn't hear you mention, Jack, is actually a part of McKees Rocks. The park that's around Kennedy Township. It's an area of McKees Rocks that is not so condensed, so a lot of those properties are on double and even triple lots of land, and it's a lot flat. Like the ground is very flat there, and with a lot of those homes, they were homes that were on larger amounts of property where people actually end up having these ADUs built, a smaller house or a cottage on the property on that second lot of land. And it's usually for like a parent, like the aging parent that they're taking care of. And we do have quite a bit of that around Pittsburgh, and McKees Rocks is one of those areas too. We have a couple areas in the city that are not, well, McKees Rocks is actually not part of Pittsburgh. It's Allegheny County, but it's not city. And so, like Jack had said earlier, you don't see a lot of these that are like within the Pittsburgh borders. I'm sorry, that's my cat Willard in the background if you guys hear him. Um, but in those areas that are those townships that are right around Pittsburgh area that have those little bit of larger properties that are on flat ground, we do see quite a few of them there that a lot of them you don't see as being rented out though. You see, like I said, more of them people that have aging parents that don't want to put those parents in a nursing home and like to keep them on site so they can watch them. But we do have quite a few of those. I think there's more than if you do a Google search and find, because they're not really listed as rental properties. They're just houses that have like a bonus cottage or something in them. And I'm not sure. Even in the area, Jack, if you recall, we looked at a place that was a house that had a garage that actually had a loft on the top, and that was not listed as an ADU either. But still another rentable place that's there. And that was in Kennedy, McKees Rocks as well.
Well, yeah, I wasn't talking about the whole city in general. I was talking about the places where it's most streamlined to build an ADU. But yeah, you can find those places all throughout Pittsburgh.
Yeah, so I got a question. Like, would property values be, uh, I guess, estimated to be a little bit higher than just like a normal house?
Yeah, it would be a little bit higher because you have, the second house on the same plot of land.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, because during my search, I saw some like mother-in-law suites, but and some like properties where they had two, maybe three houses on one plot of land. But the realtor I was speaking with saying it was kind of an iffy situation to get approved for. So I just kind of disregarded that.
That was a problem that we had before with the one. That's why we ended up not getting it. But
Mm.
what I found since then, if you talk to different people, who was it? Well, if you do like convoy homes that Michael Zuber always talks about, and Matt, the mortgage guy, had the local representative for this area. They had suppliers that could easily do it, and any DSCR loan can cover stuff like that.
Wow, okay. Well, that's good to know because I thought I was like, oh, ADUs are kind of like, or two houses on one plot would kind of be like illegal or unpermitted.
It's it's just the big thing is that a lot of smaller lending companies, and I don't necessarily mean smaller in like what they do, it's just smaller in what they have to offer. Just want to do the Fannie and Freddie's and conventional loans and stuff, and they don't sway too far from that, and it makes their lending a little bit limited to what they can do.
Okay. Well, I guess that kind of expands my search now. So that's good.
We have a financial firefighter in the group now.
What's up, Scrubs?
Hello, hello.
Is this the only place you show up, Steven, on live? Put yourself on camera?
Yeah, probably just because the times you guys go on live, it doesn't make sense for me because I'm at
Yeah.
work.
I
No,
forgot.
because
Are you gonna be in Vegas?
Oh yeah, I still haven't booked my hotel yet, but I got my tickets and flight, so I'm definitely coming.
no, because he has another Vietnamese brother online. That's why.
There you go, there you go.
He's representing the clan. Okay.
Oh, okay. What's going on here? Am I invading something right here? Am I bothering something going on?
Not
No,
at all, sir. Not at all. You
no,
you
but
inv you invest in Pittsburgh as well?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay, great.
yeah, Mark was the guy who I first talked to about Pittsburgh, and he's like, "Yeah, it's a great market." I was like, "You got me sold, man." So
Yep. And then you moved there.
I did.
Wow. Where you
Yeah.
moved from, Stephen?
Orlando.
Orlando. Oh yeah, Florida.
Yep, yep.
Wow.
Yeah, nothing cash flow in Florida for me, so I was like, "Well, look somewhere else now." But yeah, Mikey also invests in Pittsburgh. I think that's Cynthia, right, Jack?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
invests in Pittsburgh also.
yeah.
She does oh, what's the name of the strategy that you do? Yeah, she does live and flip, or live and rent is what we should actually call it. She'll buy a place, she moves all her stuff in, she fixes up what's wrong with it. She does the mini Jensen thing, but instead of selling it in a few years, she then goes and buys another place and then rents out the current one.
Now does Cynthia wait for the whole year thing, or no? She just once it's
We
done, she'll go because you get that whole entire better rates if it's your primary residence and all that stuff, or no?
it takes us multiple years to get through a project, so that's never been or a problem.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I hate
Sam, where
moving
are
is
you
the
again?
factor. Moving sucks.
Yes, it
That's why
does. Yes, it does.
I think I have boxes of stuff that hasn't been unpacked and is on like its third or fourth move with me.
Yeah.
So then I forget what I have and I just buy a new one. So
Where are you? You are in what, Dallas?
Yeah, well, I'm a displaced Californian, right? I've lived all my
Oh,
life in California, north and south. I moved over here because I had my it's a long story, but my ex was originally from Houston. Then it didn't work out. The kids in Houston. I have rentals in Houston. I went to Dallas and lived in Dallas with my sister. So I'm actually looking for another primary residence investment in Dallas, but I'm really interested in going to Pittsburgh to start my whole journey with remote investing remotely. it's actually an area that I'm interested in. So that's why I followed Jack and y'all to find out a little bit more about the Pittsburgh area. I've been to Pennsylvania several times. We have a couple of offices in Souderton and Allentown. Um, but I've never been into the city of Pittsburgh. So it's definitely something that I'm interested in. So I'll be a long distance investor eventually.
Well, we won't hold it against you from coming from California, though. Are
Oh,
you glad you left? Are you glad you left?
well, California, you know what? If when you live there, you don't appreciate it, right? Because it's a daily grind. But then when you go back there and visit, and I've been removed for about 7 years now, so technically I'm a Texan now, right? But when you go back there, I enjoy it, because it's kind of like going to a vacation spot. All my family and friends are there, so yeah,
Exactly.
it's a beautiful place. Yeah, yeah,
That's what I'm trying to tell people about Hawaii. It's a great place to visit, but when you're here, like you're saying, it's a grind.
yeah. It's not
So
this. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
One,
when people go to Vegas to live and then they come back to Hawaii, they actually get to enjoy everything. Like
no,
that, you know.
100%, a hundred
Yeah.
percent, 100%. My best friend from college is a captain of the fire department in Pasadena. He's out there fighting the fires right now.
Oh,
So yeah,
wow.
yeah, yeah,
Damn.
yep.
Yeah, I think Mark was just talking about fires on his last live, right?
Oh,
That,
we talk about all kinds of stuff, and
uh,
people are trying to get me riled up today. They're talking about all the conspiracy theories going on in
yeah,
California. So,
yeah. That was a good live,
ah,
man.
what is that?
That was a good live. You're like literally getting the Avengers of firefighters in real estate.
Well, I try to have fun with it, and I try to let them do all the talking. I'm just there to goof around, and only when it slows down that I try to say stuff. Or when Ike has a horrible mic and I can't understand a word he's saying, so I have to talk more. That was yesterday's live with Jack.
I think he had bad internet and a bad mic because it's like his mic made him sound bad, and then like he get like glitched up, and then like the internet would just jam a whole sentence in like one word.
Oh man.
So he'd be like for example, if he was trying to say, okay, guys, thanks for having me on," it'd come out like, "Hey, no, no."
Mm.
Tam, are you gonna be in Vegas?
Oh yes, yes. I'm actually I'll be in LA for a day, then I'll be driving out to Vegas.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So Jack, around Pittsburgh, what's the kind of properties that are best to look at? Are we a single family still doing well out there, multifamily? What is it in your opinion?
Uh, it's whatever you want, because you can
Sure.
find deals in doing whatever you want. Um, you can do single families, you can do duplexes, tris, quads. Um, I think was it Matt the mortgage guy can do a 30-year fix, basically more or less a conventional loan with a 5 unit somehow. I didn't really ask a whole lot of questions about that. I don't see a whole lot of 5 units in this area, but I'd say anything from four and down, you have a good chance of making money. It's it's just single family you have to pay attention to because I want to say a good I was going to say 70, but I think it's probably even higher, probably more like 85% of single family homes aren't going to make you money. So you really have to pay attention to what you're doing with those ones. But again, and Stephen can contest to this, each area of like Pittsburgh and surrounding is different. So like, I'm just gonna pick on Beachview because that's where he's at a little bit. Beachview, the single family homes, let's say that they don't cash flow in single family homes. You go 2 miles away and you're in, I don't know, what's 2 miles away from you?
You have Carnegie. If you go
Yeah,
west,
Carnegie, and you're in Carnegie, and they might do phenomenal. So it's just seeing what you want to do and then learning. I mean, you can look at Pittsburgh as a whole. Like, I mean, that's kind of what I do. but then just try to figure out like what you want out of it. I like the multi-units just because if a single family is going to do good, a multi-family is going to do better. That's kind of why I focus more on them. But then you have Mikey, and I can't remember if Mark does or not, but they own or Mikey owns single family. He does pretty good with those.
And is it conventional renters or like Section 8? What is it that you typically look for?
I just do I list them myself. I kind of stay out of the Section 8 market, and I just don't have much experience with that so much. And I know like the one area where I would consider doing it, it's run by the county, and the county doesn't do a very good job at it. So I just want nothing to do with, and those units are in Armstrong County, but I just want nothing to do with their Section 8 program, especially like they're sitting there arguing with me while I'm telling them that the rent, for example, for the one unit's $1,200. They said, well, it's a two-bedroom, we'll give you seven. I was like, no, I'm going to rent it out for 12. Well, the best we're going to do is give you seven. I was like, I didn't say I had to go with you. I said, I'm going to get $1,200 with or without you. Well, the best we could do is 750. Well, then I'm not working with you. The end.
Wow, wow. Yeah.
But it may be different with Allegheny County. I've never talked with Allegheny County, but um, with this new place that I've been working on, that's in Butler County. So I might actually give them a call and see what their program is all about.
A funny thing, because I was talking to my lawyer about this, and he's within Allegheny County. There's two Section 8 programs, one for the city of Pittsburgh itself, and one for Allegheny Section 8. And
Okay.
he said the city Section 8 is horrible apparently. So he didn't go into too much detail, but he says he did not recommend me to work with the Section 8 uh, with the city of Pittsburgh. So I don't know about Allegheny County, but that's what he said. And he owns 40 units. So I don't know. We got to do a little bit more research. But if he's saying the one thing about the city Section 8, doesn't sound too good so far.
Yeah, because he's going to be the guy representing you in all the evictions and all that kind of stuff. So, I
Yeah.
mean, he sees the worst and the worst of it.
Steven, who you use? Are you who Alex? Who are you working with?
So I talked to one of Alex's guys, but this was just some guy I found off on Google. The
Oh,
lawyer I talked to and stuff like that. But Alex's lawyer is pretty useful actually and stuff like that. So he
oh
his,
no. I thought. Oh wait, are you're self-managing though, right? Because your
yeah,
house
yeah,
has. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. No. No.
yeah.
Okay. I thought I heard you say property manager, and I was like, oh, I thought you were
No,
self-managing.
no, no. I think Tan, that's your name, right? From Texas.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, there's a property manager that Mark and Mikey use, and he's been really great. So, oh,
Great, great. I mean, I'll definitely look that up when I'm ready. I mean, my goal is to come out to Pittsburgh probably like after the winter time. I'm just too busy right now, anyways, and I don't want to deal with that
yeah,
all that. And maybe
yeah.
it's not a good move. Maybe I should come out during the winter time to see how the weather affects everything. I'm coming from California to Texas. We really don't have much winters, right?
Mm.
So yeah, it's definitely come out there maybe May or June or something like that, and hit you guys up, and we'll go grab some dinner or something like that, and then we'll get to know Pittsburgh a lot more. That's all. But
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah. I mean, I'm for 100% sure. I'm looking to invest in Pittsburgh or surrounding areas, whatever I can see, because it's a place I'm really interested in for sure.
Cynthia's going to have to come this time. She got mad when I met Steven. I took her to I forget the name of that restaurant. She got mad. She's like, "You took him to my favorite place And you didn't even bring me back anything.
Oh no. Wait. Okay, let's see what's her favorite place? What kind of food is it we're talking about here?
So I'm a foodie. I have more than one favorite place, but what gets
True.
me is he knows I introduced him to that place.
Oh.
It was good. It was a good place, Cynthia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, man. You gotta visit, dude, because like Jack said, you go 1 mile this way, you're in a completely different neighborhood. So it's like a very dense city. So you
Sure,
gotta check it
sure,
out.
sure, 100%, 100%. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to it. But as I said, I'm waiting for winter to pass, and then I'll go out there. I
The
have a
thing is,
few.
in Pittsburgh, you never know when winter is passing.
Sure, I know, 100%,
So I've
100%.
lived here the majority of my life, and when I was in high school, actually, when I my 10th grade year, we had snow at the beginning of May still. We've had
Oh,
snow like storms, like feet of snow in the end of October, from October through like the beginning of May, and we haven't had a bad winter like that for it's been a long time. But like last year, I think we only had snow like maybe 3 or 4 times. So you just never know what you're going to get here.
yeah. Well, I hope this conversation continues on, and I'll get the okay from y'all, and then I'll get on the plane and I'll make my way out there for a weekend. So that's 100% sure.
Yeah, definitely. It'd be good to have more people from the ORAC group in the area. Um, so what type of food are you into?
Man, my family used to run a bunch of high-end Vietnamese restaurants in Palo Alto in California. So I'm a foodie as well. So being raised in the Bay Area, we get exposed to a lot of different foods. And then I went to college down in Southern California, and that's a whole different experience too. And then now I'm in Texas, so everything's barbecue, and you can only have so much barbecue and Tex-Mex. But as I said, I do try. I'm fortunate enough to travel quite a bit, so I'm open to any kind of food really. But of course, being Vietnamese is my favorite kind of food, right? So that's just what I grew up with. But I'm really open to anything.
Well, I can guarantee you one thing. If you're coming up to Pittsburgh, if you're looking for what people are bragging about as far as Pittsburgh food, I'm not taking you to Permanis.
No, it's gross. And pierogies is the other
Really?
thing we're known for, right?
Ah,
Pierogies and
It's
permanis, no, thank you.
Italian food,
interesting.
huh?
Hey, that's me. I'm first generation American. My family's from Italy.
Ah,
We don't go out for a lot of Italian food because I'm not going to pay top dollar for something that I could cook better.
That's 100%.
But I think we have so many different cultures here around the Pittsburgh area that like you can go out every night of the week for a month and probably have a different genre of food. And we have a lot of like fusion here also. And I'm not like
Hmm.
really a big fan of some of that stuff because I like more of the, traditional cultural cuisines and stuff. I'm not, but we have a lot of fusion stuff here where they'll, mix different genres of food together. Like I don't think we have any very traditional Vietnamese restaurants around here, but I know of a couple of fusion places.
There you go, Steven. There's another business for you right there, bro.
Yeah,
Come on.
or a food truck. Where this is a big
Yeah, come
area for
on. Open
food
a
trucks too.
legitimate Vietnamese restaurant, man. Come on.
that's true, man. Because me and my dad, when he helped me move up here, we tried a Vietnamese restaurant, and oof, oof, that was a little rough, man.
That's why I told my parents if I didn't make it where I was, I just go to find myself a city somewhere and just open myself a Vietnamese restaurant and I'll be okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm kind of in the mood for German now.
Ooh, yeah. I think Pittsburgh was doing like a food week this week. Because
There's always a food week somewhere.
oh, never mind. I
Well,
didn't know that.
it's restaurant week, so there's coupons and discounts at a lot of the restaurants where you could get
wow.
your dinners and meals for almost half off all of this week.
Yeah.
Which ethnicity is it?
I mean, it's a ton of restaurants. It's like half of the restaurants in the city. If you actually Google Pittsburgh Restaurant Week, It'll list all the places and what they have, and the coupons, and if you need a reservation for them. But it's this entire week.
So do any? So I'm sorry. Do any of you invest in the city of Pittsburgh or just like the surrounding
That's me.
areas?
Steven does, Cynthia does. Um, I think some of Mikey's properties are. I don't know exactly where Mark's are.
And the border, and we had talked about this on Jack, one of your previous episodes when we did the Christmas lights.
Mhm.
How the borders of Pittsburgh it's weird. You can cross the street and be in another zip code in an area that's outside of Pittsburgh, and then cross the street again, and you're back in Pittsburgh. We have such very irregular borders here.
Yeah, the borders for Pittsburgh, you might as well just think of it as the old school Nickelodeon blob.
Yeah.
I can see
Because
that.
it was one of these just one of these PA accountability meetups and stuff. Oh, I just remembered something. Um, but anyway, we were coming back on this one road, and we went through 5 different townships, and we went through Pittsburgh 3 times.
And that was like in a 3.5 mile stretch, I think.
Wow. Wow. Okay, y'all. I have to leave. I have to feed my kids. It's just they're screaming. So, but thanks again for having this meeting. And Jack,
Yeah.
when you have another one, I'll definitely jump on again. Nice meeting y'all. Nice meeting you, Steven.
Yeah,
Cynthia.
you too, Tan.
Mikey will definitely jump
You
in and
as
talk.
well.
Mr. Fireman, Mikey will definitely have to jump in and talk to him.
Yeah.
Thanks again,
All
y'all.
right, see you
It'll probably be in
Appreciate it,
2
guys.
weeks. See ya.
100%.
We got trouble on the camera now.
I'm late.
It's all right.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you guys are making Pittsburgh sound so much better now. I'll just regret in being in Ohio now.
I mean, dude, like it's just the Midwest is just underrated, man.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh is considered Midwest, but
I feel like I would call it the beginning of the Midwest.
okay.
It really is. It's kind of. I've been saying it for a number of years that Pittsburgh's kind of the gateway to the Midwest, and it's like Ohio's kind of like the tail end of it. Like tail end of like the cities. Like
Right.
when I think of cities, and like as far as the East Coast goes, Cleveland's kind of like the last one I think of.
Right. I believe that.
But that was just me in my head, though.
So what are the big plans for the week? Who's I guess I'll share mine is that all things are on hold until baby comes, but we're looking. I think I haven't told you this yet, Grace, but we're there's another house that duplex that's popped up that could be interesting for some seller financing. So
In Ohio or
Ohio, yeah, this one's in Akron.
oh,
Very nice.
Yeah, it's not too far from my current place. I'm a little shy about. I don't know. It's like, I guess maybe I've just been watching too much financial news, so I'm like, maybe I should be a little bit more conservative about buying more. But it sounds interesting. And our neighborhood is like I would call it like a B level working class neighborhood. So it's not like it's never going to be amazing, but the people there are proud about where they live. So it's like they've had multiple generations in those areas with a few rentals here and there. So I'm kind of like ready to get back into it. So
sounds like you already made your decision, man.
I know it's like I've made my decision, but I'm also like, I just need to know. I mean, it being Ohio, I don't know how it is in Pittsburgh. It's like when they say value add, how much of the value add is it, or is it a full gut rehab? That's where
I think it's just a
I'm kind of
generic term. Like it could be like a handyman
right,
special to, where it's just where it's like the one unit where I have a little bit of electrical to do, all flooring and paint and stuff, and you're good to go. Like that would be a value add, or it can be
right,
like all the way, like you said, to the studs, which is worst case scenario for you.
right. Yeah, I guess what I'm nervous about, and it's more of like replacing the electrical paneling because most of the areas have Federal Pacific, which are date back to the 50s, and their insurance companies won't insure me unless if I change it, and that's about just under $7,000 to replace. And so that's where it gives me a little bit of the heartburn. So
Just carry a ball of Thomas with you.
yeah, exactly.
Well, hey man, if you need someone to actually go to the property, I don't mind driving over there. So
Oh, thanks, man.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I want to make sure that it's a good spot. I don't want you to get like hepatitis or something.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
But thanks for offering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem, man. Yeah, I guess for me, it's just trying to make some extra cash. I started doing DoorDash over the weekend last week. Made $200 wasn't too bad for just a Saturday and Sunday. And I did not expect that to be as good because coming from Orlando, I probably could have made like $100 over the weekend just because how much driving and how wide Orlando is. So yeah, so that was kind of good. So probably keep that up. Still gotta finish the kitchen in my area. Oh, in my duplex right now. I'm still in the process of remodeling it. I just gotta put the backsplash, and I'm pretty much set. So thinking about ordering the lumberjacks' recommendation for like the tin backsplash. So
Nice.
yeah, I think I'll
Oh,
go
that
with
just
that.
reminded me.
Hmm.
I was thinking of doing that in the project I'm working on too. Do you know if that's easy to clean, or is that
I don't know. I mean,
I'm afraid to
I'm so,
install and then the paint come off when you go to clean it with like
Right.
so like they have like a metal finish,
uh
and they also have different colors too. But I was thinking about just getting like the tin or like the nickel colored stuff and just not have it painted at all, and just
I
put
was
some.
looking at the just silver one.
Yeah, the silver one. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, and I thought that one looked pretty good. They have like the little tiny squares and stuff, and I thought in the right light it would shine a little bit. If I put like a clear coat of some sort on it and make it look all fancy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because like it looked like a really good black trash for like I think it was $16 for 2 square foot, which is kind of a
Oh,
lot. So and I measured out I probably would just need 8 square foot in total, and that came out to like under $100 with just backsplash. Yeah,
that's great.
yeah. But yeah, that's
Did
where I'm
you do
at right
anything special for the back? It's like you don't have to put any sort of like vapor protection.
now. I don't think so because when I saw the install videos, the guy literally just nailed it into the drywall.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah. So it looked like pretty simple. They had like some corner trim pieces and stuff like that you could also install to make it like not stick out. So I think all in maybe 120 without shipping.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try lumberjacks, and you already did this, Steven, so you might be able to help me with it a little bit. Just 'cause I
Mhm.
never did it, but the countertop like you did.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
I
dude.
was think I was thinking about doing that for the project I'm working on next after I finish up the one I'm working on now, and it's just a small area. I think it's gonna look, but it's just a video I need to put together still. It has um it has a metal, it's like stainless steel top on it, and it's
Okay.
just it looks like it belongs in like a professional kitchen or like a school cafeteria.
Uh,
It,
so
it,
you,
it just it just looks weird. So I want to put like a butcher block table in there, especially if I can do it for like a few $100 and just be done with it, you know?
yeah, no, dude, definitely, because like, I think it's a great like lumberjack's setup. It's just like so refined. I mean, granted, he's been doing it for years and stuff like that, but I think it's a really cost-effective way just to improve and like the kitchen at least. And if you do need help, let me know because it took me a day just for one butcher block because I was messing up and stuff like that. But yeah, I can help you out anytime.
That's awesome. Where did you source the butcher block? If you don't mind.
Home Depot.
Home Depot. Oh, that's awesome,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, I see
Yeah,
it. That's good.
I see them at Lowe's. They're unfinished, and you just have to
Mhm.
finish them and cut them to
Yeah.
size and stuff.
That's awesome. You need one? Sorry. Don't mind me. Sorry.
No, you're good, man.
I'm being asked to grab something.
So
I thought you were trying to pet a cat.
That's true. Way up here.
so I have a question, and I asked Mikey this over text message. How are rents looking in your guys' area? Like, has it been flat recently? Do you see any increases, decreases? Because in my area, I think it's like starting to flatten out now. I haven't really seen. I bet then again, it's winter in the Midwest, so I don't know.
I think they're flattening out, honestly. Like I've seen in mine that they're kind of flattening out a little bit, which, it's to be expected. No one wants to move when it's, 10 degrees outside.
Hmm. Yeah, because the realtor that I used to buy this place, he was saying this year, summer, like a one bedroom in Lawrenceville was supposed to be 1,400. I was like, and what they had right now, it was like 1,200. I was like, I don't know, man. I mean, we'll see, but like that's a pretty big estimate. Like, holy crap, a pretty big jump from 1,200 to 1,400 for a one bedroom.
What are the Section 8 rents looking like?
Ah, so I checked like an area that's I guess you could say like a C-ish area. I think it was like 970 for that area, but the one that the 1,200 one bedroom was like a really really nice area. So I didn't check that because yeah, I don't know, but
Yeah. I would say, yeah, for Akron, it's basically it's level. It's whatever the Section 8 rates are, that's usually what you're going to get for rent here.
oh, okay. Well, at least it gives you some consistency. And
Yeah, it does. It's one of those though. Right now, we have a lot of flippers in the area, and they're trying to get for it. So, like, we're getting about I think 800, like was it 835 right now is what Section 8's going to pay.
okay.
And then like mine are currently 750 because I was like,
Yeah.
I was just going based on like what people usually make in that area.
Yeah.
Right now, like rents are actually high at 850, 900.
Oh,
Which I'm like, that's bananas. No one can pay that, and that's why they're all sitting on the market right now.
oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just like a little bit like nervous. Like if I do decide to buy a new property this year or late this year, am I really gonna get what I think I'm gonna get or what people are expecting to get? Because like you said, in my area, it's like a two bedroom is like 1,200 and it's been on 60 days. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Which part are you at in Pittsburgh? Are you
Just south of downtown, Beachview. Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, I like the place because there's like public transportation with like the train and stuff, even though it's under construction right now, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, no, I really like it. And
Nice.
the steepest
How
hills
fun.
part.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess like for me, it's like I looked at Pittsburgh a long time ago. Jack is now convincing me that I should be looking towards your neck of the woods as well.
I mean,
So I'm like, I'm looking. I guess I was looking at Southside, Mount Washington area,
Hmm.
maybe Squirrel Hill, but Squirrel Hill is just way too
yeah, yeah.
expensive. So
So I really think that Pittsburgh is an area that I really think that you have to come look at it or know somebody that's actually going to look at it for you.
yeah,
Because it's just it's so diverse even in the same neighborhood. Even speaking of Lawrenceville, I
yeah,
have a friend of mine that I've been known for 15 years, and they're in Lawrenceville, and he has several roommates, and they rent a 4-bedroom house for $1,400. So
Wow.
a 1 bedroom, and it really is the location because there are parts of Lawrenceville that are really close to hospitals, and if it's people that are working there or traveling, and when we have you have a lot of doctors that rent that are
yeah,
like newer doctors that are just coming by and sign a 2 or 3 year contract. They don't want to buy a house. And that's it really is that location. If they're within bicycling or walking distance of that hospital, they're going to pay more money for it.
right,
And sometimes it's just it's a newer building, but I mean they could be a quarter of a mile away from each other, and for the same price you're looking at a 4-bedroom house or a 1 bedroom apartment, and it's they could be a half a mile away.
wow,
So,
yeah,
question for you. So, would you say Lawrenceville, and the reason why I was asking you the other day about Mexican War Streets, um, would those be good areas for pad splits because you have all the hospitals and stuff nearby? And because that was something that me and Trey Better were talking to Jared about. That's what we are talking about the other day. And is there a market to duplicate that on the East Coast? And after we were talking, I was talking to Renee a little about talking with Jared, and he was saying not to try and get too many things, to try and learn too many markets because you overwhelm yourself, especially since I'm already trying to do a couple different things at the same time in the same area. So that got me thinking, it's like, okay, what can I do in Western PA? What's in a lot of, where's there a lot of colleges and all that kind of stuff? I was like, what about Meadville? And then it got me thinking, well, what about Mexican War Streets? And now you're mentioning Lawrenceville. So do you think that there's a market for that where we can get like convert our
yeah.
houses like maybe a 4 bedroom and get like turn it into a 6 unit and then rent
Oh,
each room for like I don't know for like $200 or $300 per week?
so I indeed I do, because so my cousin John rented a 5 bedroom house on the Mexican War Street. So you're looking at the north side, all back where the Mexican War Streets are, and central north side. Those are all big mansions. There are a lot of parts of Crafton that are like that also, where these are huge houses, especially on Bankers Row, where these are like 5 and 6 bedroom houses. So in the north side, they've been turning them into, either renting the entire place or they're renting them by the room. And a lot of them have been turning into Airbnbs.
Oh, weird.
And another area that has that is on the south side slopes. There's a lot of big houses there. And I mean, back probably just about 15 years ago, I knew a couple people that were personally, using those too, where, it's just one big house that was, several people, they were just renting their room, and they had shared bathroom spaces that, the houses have 3 or 4 bathrooms in them. And but there, I mean, we have these little gems that are all throughout Pittsburgh, because there's a bunch of them in Point Breeze also, which is near Wilkinsburg. It's right before you're going into Wilkinsburg. And I know a couple people that have asked about that area out there around. I think it's Braddock. Somebody had asked about it. Braddock's not very an area where I'd invest, but Point Breeze is very close to there. Still not the greatest neighborhood, but you have these big old houses that used to be mansions there that are places that people just rent them out just by the room, because it's these areas where they had multiple living room areas. So there's actually like rec rooms in them, and there's a main living room area and rec rooms in them, and giant kitchens, and there's just there's mansions scattered about different neighborhoods here. That's why I think it's very difficult to just look at a neighborhood or a zip code and classify it. You really gotta really go through the neighborhood.
Wow.
I think a lot of these big houses were there when the city was first established, and then when it really turned into a city, they threw all these smaller houses within it. And I can't, like, our entire city, I can't think of a zip code that's not like that, where you could buy a ginormous house and then, a bunch of smaller houses mixed into it because they were just thrown about after it actually became a city, a real city.
So Harrison, when you going out for Vegas?
Yeah. I'm coming on Thursday. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit later. That I couldn't get a good flight. So
I'll say if you're going up Wednesday, you should just come up to Pittsburgh Monday.
I know. Oh, that would be dude. Sin, you're giving me ideas.
Think about it. You can leave your place, be up here Monday,
Mhm.
crash, and you'll fly with me on Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay. I already got it now. She said.
Hey,
Yeah. She's just labeling everything. So yeah. But
Nice.
yes, but dude, let's talk about this more. Yeah. Oh man,
uh-oh, Mikey's box turned green. Is he going to talk?
yes, Mikey, say something. Blink
Hey,
twice.
fellas. And Cynthia. Oh, I was talking with Stephen about this. What do you folks think of Bridgeville?
Oh yeah.
That's actually a really nice area. Bridgeville's been built
Right?
up over time. So Bridgeville was a place that had a lot of these bigger houses. And then it's, another area where they've put in a lot of smaller places. And then they've really renewed that entire area. It's refreshed. They're putting a lot more restaurants, a lot more shopping there, a lot of really newer stuff. So Bridgeville is, I think what's really nice about Bridgeville is you have pieces of it that feel like you're kind of almost in a city, but it's kind of suburban also. It's separated and you're really only about 20 minutes from downtown Pittsburgh, but Bridgeville I think is a very nice area.
So
Well, that's great to know.
funny story about Bridgeville.
Uh,
I invited Greg. Some of you guys in here know Greg, but I literally told him last minute because I meant to text him the other day, and I don't expect to see him. But anyway, he's working on a flip over in Bridgeville right now, and the it's so neat out there because like you have the main drag, which is all like you know where people your eye candy is. You make a turn and you go back and I'm probably not even a quarter mile off the main drag and it's like boom country. I'm looking around and I'm just like this looks like where I grew up out in the suburbs and stuff. I was like I can't believe that this is literally less than 15 minutes from the actual city of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, you could get such an old town feel and and then a city feel too at the same time from there. It's such a very unique area, very clean. Bridgeville's very clean area. So not far from anything. It's right off of 79, right off the main highway to get to anywhere, and it's not far to do any type of shopping. And I really like that area. Bridgeville's a very good area.
They have a nice
That's
cigar
not
shop
really-
over there that I like to go to sometimes.
Nice.
I sometimes feel bad for the people working at the cigar bar. It's kind of what keeps me from going there because I feel like I don't know the people that go there. This is gonna sound weird. I almost feel like they have like I don't know like a entitlement type of attitude. And like if you're smoking cigars and you're hanging out with them, you're cool. but like they want the poor person that's behind the counter to keep running around cleaning up all the cigar ash and all that kind of stuff, where they're just sitting there drinking scotch and watching a football game all day. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, you know, I like this. I like this atmosphere and stuff, but like I feel like half the people here just want like their mommy to clean up after them.
This is Bridgeville?
Yeah, that's Bridgeville.
Really interesting.
Now that's where you're talking about the cigar bar. I believe you're talking about is right where Heidelberg is turning into Bridgeville. So that's again the borders here are it turns from from Green Tree it turns into Heidelberg, and then that's right where it turns into the very beginning of Bridgeville.
Cigars are so counterintuitive for me because you're not supposed to inhale, but you still get a buzz off of it. So I always get confused. And then you got to smoke so much of it. I don't want to waste it, but a lot of people just smoke it to the butt, and I always get
I
confused.
I like to try and find. I haven't found a. I'm trying to find smaller ones because I hate smoking those big ones that take like over an hour to smoke and stuff.
Yes, those suck.
Like I'd be perfectly happy with like a little 15-minute one, and I can put it out and you're done. Because like like let's face it, like this time of the year, if you want a cigar, who wants to stand outside in 10-degree weather for an hour?
That's true. Well,
I mean, I used to do it, but like you look weird in a plastic bubble with a little space heater inside of it.
yeah, let me know if you guys find a Cuban.
I think from what I heard last, that all the rappers and stuff, and are now in Haiti, or was it Haiti? No, it's not. Is it Haiti?
Dominican Republic, maybe.
Dominican Republic. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're all over there now, and so if you buy Dominican Republic cigars, it's basically buying like the old school Cuban cigars.
Interesting. Because I heard like I think Ecuador is like the new, or some South American companies like countries like the new Cubans now, but maybe I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, if you also get South Carolina, and that's also a lot of them are strains off the old Cuban seeds as well.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, because that's interesting. Because when I was talking to Mikey about Bridgeville, I was like, Bridgeville didn't look like a very nice area. Because I went to the Home Depot near Bridgeville just once because I was near the DMV around there, and I was like, I mean, they got Starbucks, they got Chick-fil-A, so like it's like a nice area, but didn't expect it to be that nice. Like, wow.
It's really nice, but the thing is, so if you're looking at the people, keep in mind, like I believe from where you're coming, you're probably coming like probably through Green Tree or Mount Lebanon that way.
Mm-hmm.
Crafton, if you make the right at the light by that one gas station, Carnegie is only like less than a mile.
Yeah.
So and there's no Walmart or anything down there. So everyone from Carnegie is coming up here, and not to bash on Carnegie, but it's kind of like the dumbest of the dumb come up there and all go to Walmart.
Okay.
And then it turns into a shop of horrors.
Yeah, that Walmart around there is definitely the Walmart.
I hate that Walmart. I truly hate that Walmart. Because that Walmart made me hate Walmart.
Yeah, that was the smallest grocery section I've ever seen at Walmart, dude. Wow.
So not to get completely off topic, but that Walmart is going away because that Shop and Save down there is selling out. So Walmart's moving over there into where the Pop and Beer and everything is, and it's going to become a super Walmart because that's a regular Walmart, but that's actually moving. And that Home Depot, is it Home Depot or Lowe's that's right there? They're moving into Walmart.
Lowe's.
That's going to happen. That big project's happening over the next 2 years.
Wow. Interesting.
So, and that area right there, technically, that is Heidelberg.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because
Bridgeville is right after that. Yeah. So whenever you keep going further down the road, about a mile and a half down the road is when you're actually getting into Bridgeville. But that area is Heidelberg.
Yeah, because I saw that they were doing a lot of road work. I was like, oh wow. This area must be improving. But I think Beachview is also getting an Aldi because I heard that the Office Depot is leaving and Aldi's coming in. So I was like, oh, I'm kind of excited to just have a grocery store like half a mile away from me.
I love that one. That I don't know what the name of it is, but that little Mexican grocery store you have up there.
Yeah, that's in Brookline, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that
It's such a cool place.
yeah. You
That's
told me.
Los Palmas. Los Palmas has been there for
Mm.
40, 50 years. They've been there for, a long, long time. It's been multiple families that have had that. They've
Oh,
expanded so much. That store is about 4 times the size it was in the 90s.
wow. Every time I go past it on the train, I was like, smells really good out there.
Their tacos are good. You need to treat yourself one day.
I know, I
They,
should.
they actually have 4 markets now. That is the original one, but they own 4 stores in Allegheny County.
Wow, good for them.
You
Good
need to
for
go in
them.
there. They have a radio
Yeah,
that's being
radio
broadcast
station.
out of it.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. That was so
Yeah,
cool. I was like,
it kind of blew my mind. Like I was listening to their music, I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool. And then then I looked up and I see two people talking. I thought they were just doing a podcast or something.
yeah,
And I started listening and watching their lips. I was like, they're live on the air right here in the grocery store.
that's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, you were talking about that, and I was just like, I did not expect that, man.
All right, this is a dumb question. So, are the
Yes.
Super Walmarts 24/7 in Pennsylvania anymore? Because they used to be in
Not
Virginia,
No.
but not
not
anymore.
since COVID. They
Okay.
were prior to COVID, but they
Okay.
they close at 11 o'clock now. They have since COVID.
Okay.
And they open back up at like 6 a.m., I think.
Okay.
So what I learned a few years ago about the difference between the regular Walmarts and the super Walmarts is the super Walmarts are all have the exact same products. The regular Walmarts that are not
Hmm.
super Walmarts, they actually pay attention to what the consumers in that specific area buy, and they cater the store around what that area, what you actually purchase. Like that one that's down in Heidelberg, Bridgeville area we're talking about, that's not a super Walmart. They sell stuff for like people that want to sew and make their own clothing. You can buy fabric and stuff there, like a Michaels or a Joann Fabrics, and you will not find that stuff at a super Walmart. And it's just, really based upon, the needs of that community. They pick the products that they sell based on that in the regular Walmarts.
Wow.
I didn't know Walmart did that.
Yeah, I never knew that. That's really cool.
Yeah, apparently, like from what my coworker was talking about, like a Wiggins is coming in Pittsburgh now. Apparently, it's like a really big like thing.
Who?
I don't know, but it was supposed to be like a grocery store is coming in like Cranberry Township, I think the word it was. So
Oh, I'm not sure.
The public?
I know Kroger's was talking about expanding,
yeah,
but I'm not sure if that's what you're thinking of, though.
no, it's like Wigmans or something like that. It's supposed to compete with like Giant Eagle, but it's definitely not Publix. Publix will never come up here.
Hmm.
Yeah, they made it to Virginia. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, so
Wow.
they're like with all the Giants and Martins closing down, they took over.
Dude, that's like a Florida staple, man. Holy crap.
No, yeah.
They're gonna be in Orlando next.
We'll see, man.
Wow. So, Steven, are you going to run by the room now after all this information that's in injected in you?
Dude, I don't know, man. I still gotta think about it because I was talking to Mikey, and it's like, do I do I you know add a third bedroom, or do what Jack might suggested, or maybe like kind of give the idea of like converting my duplex into a triplex because my attic has enough space for a one bedroom in the top. But then I was like, or do I just buy another property? I don't know, man. Like I still don't know what I want to do. And it's just kind of good because I don't have the money to do what anything right now. So I was just like, well, it's all I can do is just save up for the next property right now. So I just
Well, what you could
yeah.
could always do is just do the three, like do like a three bedroom on your side since it's already kind of basically done. You said the other side's barren.
Yeah.
Maybe just leave that one alone, turn yours into a three, and then just at a later date plan on turning the whole thing. You know, like maybe it's not a project even for next year, but maybe a project for like
Mm.
you know,
Yeah, I was thinking about doing it on the other side because it may be easier to get all the wires electrical up here because
yeah,
I was talking to the tenant that I have rented out on the other side. And I was like, well, just to be like, just so we have an idea out there. I would really would still like to rent to you and stuff like that. So maybe we could just swap units whenever I'm done with this side, kitchen, and then figure it out from there. Don't have any
yeah.
tenant turnover or something like that. But I don't know, just a lot of thinking going on. I just still don't know what I want to do exactly.
You only got like 10 years to figure it out.
You got,
Yeah.
time's ticking, man.
Dude, I think about that
You got plenty
constantly,
of
dude.
time.
Like every time I go to the office, like, man, I do not want to be here.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing to worry about. No, it's take your time.
Yeah.
No,
So,
I'm the same way. I'm constantly thinking, and you have to be patient in this game, but oh, it's hard because
Yeah.
it's like, should I do this? Should I do that?
Yeah, it's so true.
oh yeah, yeah. And then talking to Jared, man, whenever we talk to him, it's like I get supercharged. Like he did it on 3 properties. Let's go. I'm like,
Yeah.
then it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What?
Yeah, I want to go at the speed of Jared's going, dude, but it's just like, yeah, okay, I can't, I just literally can't right
Yeah, don't worry about it.
now. Yeah.
But his W-2 is insane. Doesn't he like banks a lot?
Yeah, he banks a lot, but and I can say this from Oregon, but you still living there, they tax the hell out.
Oh, I
Oh,
see.
it's just-
Okay.
yeah. I mean, oh man, I think one year Grace and I paid like what, almost 12,000 in taxes. It was just like
Oh.
I was like, I mean, we saved up, we tried to do everything, and we still owed another 12,000. Like, what the hell?
Oh man.
So,
Wow. Okay.
yeah. So that's why we came back to Virginia.
Mm.
So, but no, I mean, they work you hard, but they pay you there. So
Yeah, I was like, isn't he in Intel or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
that's some big money, man.
you just don't have a life though. That's the thing.
Yeah. That's true.
It's like with most of the people that live in the Beaverton area where Intel is, I mean, houses there for a 3-bed, 2-bath, minimum usually 600. Just and that's like 1,400 square feet, and then so you're paying
Oof.
4,500 to 5,000 on taxes for the house. So I mean, you're basically going from the office back to the house for like 4 hours to sleep, and then you go back to the office.
Wow. That is crazy.
Yeah. So
Well, props to him because I don't think I'd be able to do that. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. But I would say if you like, you guys were talking about food earlier, it's like I would say it's hard to beat Portland, Beaverton area for food. Like I would say some of the my favorite. I actually don't have a favorite vegan place out there, but my favorite Thai place was Nong's Chicken, and then there's just like a lot of random places out there. So I would definitely, if you go out there, I'd check it out. Or Vegas. Vegas has some of the best food too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you were talking about the noodle place last time.
yeah, there's a really good noodle place, and then there's a great katsu as well. So
Oh, Mikey, you were on yes Frank's call yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Did I come over when I was talking to Cynthia a whole lot?
No, it was only minimal.
Yeah, because I thought I was on mute, and Cynthia was starting to come downstairs, and she's like, "Oh, are you still on your meeting?" And I said, "Yeah, but I was about to head off." They've been kind of on and off topic all night tonight. And then someone started saying, "Excuse me, Jack, could you repeat that?" I was just like, "Oh,
It's the king making his
she's
presence
like,
known, man.
you're shit talking your friends, and your mic's off."
Oh, awkward.
That was funny. I think Chris and Robert, they were trying to get together or something like a plan for Friday,
Yeah,
and Chester was
that's what I
saying
was talking about. Was they're so
that
far
was
off
funny.
topic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, I wouldn't mind doing something Friday, but like, it sounds like those two are just like, "Oh yeah, 10 o'clock," and it's like 10 o'clock's very easily going to turn into 4 o'clock in the morning.
yeah,
Yeah, no
And
way.
I'm kind of just like, I want to be. I don't want to say I want to be asleep by 10, but like, I want to be in the hotel by like 10 to hopefully be asleep by midnight.
yeah,
Yep, I agree. Better be real well rested for the next 12-hour shift Saturday and Sunday. Holy crap.
Oh
yeah.
man,
It's gonna be fun though.
you guys are just going to be working like I do at work, 12 hours nonstop.
You see, I would disagree, but I'm trying to make money, man. So I guess I could agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely a lumberjacky, and I am not that.
Dude, I don't know, man. I just did redo the insulation. I might as well just pay someone just to do that crap, dude. Because holy shit,
I won't mess with insulation. There's too much
jeez, man.
fiber. You get too itchy all over the
Yeah,
place.
dude, I showered twice the same day and I'm still itchy. Like it was crazy, man.
Did you wear the Trivac suit or no?
I did it. So the next day I bought one. So yeah,
Yeah,
that was a 2-hour project. So I was like, learn my lesson there, man. Holy crap.
yeah. I would not do it without a suit.
I guess.
Special guest. Yeah, guys, I gotta go. I gotta make lunch for tomorrow. So
All right,
Cool.
All right.
cool.
All right,
Thanks,
Steve.
guys.
great talking to you guys. See.
You too.
Yeah.
Hey.
This is Willard.
Oh, hello, Wheeler.
He likes to be held. Hey, Mrs. Trey Better.
Hello. Yeah, this is Grace.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Sorry, she's just taking a break. She's been working hard all day, so yeah. Yeah, so are you guys doing anything on Friday, like during the day, or?
They were talking about. I haven't
They're talking
made plans.
about, they were more like, yeah, just trying to get something together, but I don't know how that's gonna work because I think everyone's gonna wanna rest space.
Yeah.
I was thinking about there's a comedy bus shuttle up to the Hoover Dam. I was thinking about maybe doing that Friday
That's cool.
because I forget how far away they said it was, but it didn't seem overly far away. Just go up, check it out, ride back.
Cool. Nice. I'm also gonna have a car, so
Oh, okay.
so
What?
yeah. FYI.
Do you guys do you guys have prepared questions or like high level discussions in mind? I know Harrison, you asked the good questions. You kind of have it like a running list of stuff you wanted to talk about in case you meet like a Jason Pritchard or Anna Kelly or something. I don't know if she's coming, but that'd be cool if she did.
That's a good point, Mikey. I should do that. It's more like I kind of feed off like what they're going off of, and then it helps bring questions to my mind. And as you know me, like I have no problem sounding stupid when I'm asking questions, but it's I should do that.
Yeah, because that's
Are you doing that?
yeah. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to think of what what could I ask to get the best type of answer for what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
And and it's like I remember the first time I went, I would just see Beth, or I'd see like Matt the mortgage
Yeah.
guy. I'm like, crap, it's them. But you
Yeah.
get so kind of struck, and you just kind of freeze up, and so I'm trying to remedy that this time around.
Okay. I
I
mean, I
think I'm
guess
just
the best thing.
excited to see everyone in general. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly how I feel. I'm more excited just to see everybody. It's
Yeah,
I know it's like I know when I'm gonna be talking to you guys, it's like, oh, now I have a question for Beth. Oh, now I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah. I, I don't know.
well, I
The
think this is a
thing,
good place to
yeah,
end
go
this
ahead.
video.
Hmm.
As I think this is a good place to end this video. So until the next accountability meeting, thanks for tuning in. And don't forget to like and subscribe.